Toni Kroos is going to be remembered as one of the greatest midfielders who have ever played the game. Full stop. He's an extraordinary footballer. What more can you ask from Toni Kroos? He left Bayern, a Champions League winner, and then went on to win 4 Champions League titles and potentially 5 with Real Madrid. And his game is the closest you can get to perfection. So smart, plays with serenity, never misplaces a pass. The metronome of Real Madrid for so long has been Toni Kroos. And I don't know what more he can do if he's not already considered one of the legendary midfielders of football history.
What if the club you gave everything to looked you in the eye and said, "You're not world class"? And then you left and won 6 Champions Leagues without them. That's not a revenge story. That's a Toni Kroos story. In the entire history of football, only one player has won a World Cup and at least 5 Champions League titles. One single player. And it's not Messi, it's not Ronaldo, it's not Zidane, it's Toni Kroos. A man who was once told he wasn't worth paying. A man who was quietly, consistently, and almost criminally undervalued by his own country. This is the story of how the most underappreciated genius in football history became its greatest architect.
Oh, it's a super ball over the top. It's a lovely take and a smashing finish.
Kroos, Brahim, lovely move, and the opening goal. Brahim Diaz. What a pass from Toni Kroos and a very composed finish.
Look at that.
All over the top for Eden Hazard. The flag has stayed down. This could be 3, and it is 3.
Slip through towards Vinicius Junior, and that's what they can do to you. Out of nothing, Real Madrid conjure up a magical goal.
De la imagen, Dani Carvajal apareciendo para controlar ese balón, tiene opción de disparo y lo tenemos. ¡Gol!
Ronaldo sets it up for Kroos. Superbly placed by Toni Kroos.
Can go on his own. Finds Toni Kroos, went to bend it. Oh, what a delicious finish for 5-0 Real Madrid. Exquisitely finished.
1. The invisible prodigy. At 17, Toni Kroos played like a 27-year-old conductor running a symphony. Surgical passing, unreal vision, ice-cold composure, a footballing IQ that most players never develop in their entire careers. But his pace was ordinary, his physique was average, and his style, not flashy. Not highlight reel, not the kind of thing that goes viral, so the world looked away. At the 2007 Under-17 World Cup, he won the Golden Ball. He was the top assist provider. He finished in the top 3 for the Golden Boot. And yet, in that same year's Best Wonder Kid rankings, Toni Kroos was ranked 27th. 27th. Players who were flashier, dribble heavy, more social media friendly were placed above him. Because in football, shine gets noticed first. Substance comes later, if ever. Or 2. Disrespected at home, his debut at Bayern was immediate and impactful. At just 17 years and 265 days, he set up close in stoppage time to save a match, and then scored a direct free kick winner. Bayern's response: they loaned him out. No special praise, no special treatment. Just, here's Leverkusen, go figure it out. He was even dropped from the Germany Under-21 Euro 2009 squad. Despite a youth record that was nothing short of insane, at every single stage, the message was the same. You're not special. 3. The sniper emerges. Most people would have broken. Kroos didn't. No ego, no self-pity, just quietly, relentlessly doing the work. When Jupp Heynckes took over at Leverkusen, he saw it instantly. This wasn't a luxury player, this was a necessity. He gave Kroos the starting 11 spot, the freedom, and the trust. And that's when the world got its first real look at what a precision sniper looks like in football. Kroos wasn't a flashy dribbler. But when the ball was at his feet, the entire tempo of the match shifted to his rhythm. Short passing, surgical, positional awareness, world class, space management, professor level, timing, needle threading perfection. In one 5-match stretch, he delivered 5 goals and 4 assists. He won back-to-back Player of the Month awards, and German media finally started whispering what tactical analysts had known for years. This isn't a casual player, this is a generational controller.
Inside to Marcelo, now Kroos, bit of space for the German, drives one in, what a shot, what a goal! from Toni Kroos off the underside of the cross.
Wriggle his way through, cleared out to Toni Kroos. Oh, what a finish into the top corner.
It's back into Kroos. Kroos that flick from Kovacic. Fourth goal, Real Madrid.
Well, he's played Exposito under pressure there. They might suffer from this here. Rodrigo!
Marcelo. Kroos, oh, it's a delightful pass. James, it's a very good save from Real.
Interior, que balón acaba de poner Carvajal, la deja Carvajal. Vinicius and Toni Kroos striding forward under pressure from Busquets, but kept on going and released the pass. Lovely slide rule pass from Toni Kroos, bails in, one each.
En un sello postal con los costados abiertos. Atención, balón arriba para Karim de la media vuelta.
On 4, the ultimate insult. When Kroos returned to Bayern, Henkes made him the brain of a three-man midfield. Bayern were unstoppable, treble chasing, and Kroos was the architect of almost every single move. Then came the most insulting chapter of his career. Bayern signed Mario Götze. Massive hype, massive wages, media circus fully dedicated to Götze. Meanwhile, Kroos, already performing at a level above, was quietly being paid less. But when contract renewal came and Kroos asked for fair wages, in around 10 million euros, completely reasonable for a world-class playmaker, Bayern's CEO reportedly said, "We will not pay you more because you are not a world-class player." Sit with that for a second. The core architect of a treble contending system, the man controlling tempo, transitions, and match structure from minute 1, told he wasn't world-class. Bayern offered 6.5 million euros. Kroos understood the message loud and clear. He was never going to get the respect he deserved here. 5. The World Cup statement. Then came the 2014 World Cup, and Kroos didn't just perform. He announced himself to the entire planet. Against Brazil, in what became the most iconic demolition in World Cup history, the 7-1, Toni Kroos scored 2 goals and provided an assist. He was man of the match. The entire tournament was filtered through his performance. Asian Brazilian media gave him a nickname, Garçom, the waiter, because he was serving goals on a plate to his strikers. By performance index metrics, he had the highest rating of the entire tournament, higher than Messi, higher than anyone. And yet, when Germany lifted the trophy, the spotlight went to Lahm, Neuer, Schweinsteiger, Müller, and Götze. Kroos stayed the silent architect, again. ACT 6, Real Madrid, finally, respect. After the World Cup, Kroos left Bayern and joined Real Madrid. Back in Germany, the reaction was mixed, boring, replaceable, won't last. Within 1 season at Madrid, it was crystal clear. Germany never understood what treasure they had. At Real Madrid, Kroos received financial respect, tactical trust, and genuine appreciation in the dressing room. Alongside Luka Modrić, he built what many consider the most elegant midfield partnership in football history. His passing accuracy stayed above 90% for 10 straight seasons, not from safe sideways passes, but through Champions League knockout legs, away games under pressure, vertical bullets through pressing traps and tempo switches, 6 Champions League titles, countless La Liga trophies, and a style of play so clean, so precise, so quietly dominant that the world finally began to understand. This man wasn't ordinary. He was operating on a different intellectual level. Closing, Kroos retired at his peak, on his own terms, in the middle of another Champions League run, because he decided when it was enough. And now, when you build the list of football's greatest midfielders, Xavi, Iniesta, Modrić, Alonso, De Bruyne, Toni Kroos stands right there with them, or just above, never behind. Bayern never understood his value, Germany consistently underestimated his brilliance, but Real Madrid gave him exactly what he deserved. And when we talk about modern midfield masterclass, one image flashes immediately. White kit, number 8, sleeves down, head up, cold composure. The ball leaving his foot, quiet, precise, inevitable, and an entire match bending to his rhythm. That is Toni Kroos. No noise, no drama, just pure class, making football look effortless.